Have you ever made a promise? Well, you probably have. You say things like, I promise I'll tidy my room. I promise if we get a dog, I'll walk it every single day. I promise we'll be friends forever. If you lend it to me, I promise I'll look after it. We make promises every day. Making promises is easy. But Mary Poppins said that promises are like pie crusts, easily made and easily broken. Have you ever broken a promise? You may not have meant to, but you probably have. Peter made a promise. We have been learning about Peter over the last few weeks, and he made a big promise. And it was one that I am sure Peter intended to keep. It happened on the night before Jesus was crucified. You see, Jesus knew exactly what was about to happen to him. He knew that he would be arrested. He knew that he would be tried in an illegal court. He knew that he'd be found guilty of something he didn't do. And he knew that he would be killed. He also knew that his friends, his best friends, his disciples would be frightened and that they would run away when the going got tough. Perhaps Jesus wanted to prepare them all for what was going to happen, and so he told them. But Peter, in his very Simon Petery way, said, "No way, not me. These other guys, they might run away, but I'll stick by you no matter what." But Jesus knew Peter, and Jesus knew what was going to happen. So Jesus said, "I promise you, before a rooster crows tonight, you will say 3 times that you don't even know me." But Peter said, "Even if I have to die with you, I will never say I don't know you." As we said, this was a big promise, and I'm sure he intended to keep it. But when the going got tough, Peter and all the others got going. Jesus was arrested, and after a bit of a scuffle, the disciples ran away. Jesus was alone. And then later, Peter was challenged by 3 people who said they thought they'd seen him with Jesus. And Peter, fearing that he too might be arrested, pretended he didn't even know who Jesus was. 3 times. His big promise was broken big time. There was a big difference between what Peter said he'd do and what Peter actually did do. And I wonder if we're like that. Is there a difference between what you say and what you do? It's easy to say the right thing and to make the right promises and then do whatever you like. You might say the right thing and make promises to your parents, which you break as soon as you leave the front door. Or you might even say or do the right thing in church, but that's not what you say or do whenever you're out with your friends or at school. If you're a Christian, it's important that you walk the walk as well as talk the talk. It's important that you keep on living as a Christian when you're with your friends and not just when you're around other Christians. It's important that you keep on living as a Christian when you're by yourself in what you watch on TV or what you say or what you do. It's important that you stand up for Jesus wherever you are and not just whenever it's easiest. Peter's actions didn't always match up to what he said he'd do. And our actions don't always match up to what we say we'll do. But the actions of Jesus always match up to what he says he'll do. Jesus promised many things, all of which he carries out. And there are 2 particular promises I want us to think about for a moment. The first one is a promise he makes to his disciples after he is risen. Jesus says this. He says, "I am with you always, even to the end of the age." Living as a Christian is not always easy, but Jesus has promised to be with us always and to help us, and his promises never fail. And the promises of Jesus are not just for Christians. If you're not a Christian, Jesus has promises for you too. Here's just one of them. In John chapter 6, he says, "Whoever comes to me, I will never turn away." If you come to Jesus, He promises that he won't turn you away. You can have your sins forgiven, you can join God's family and know that you have the promise of heaven forever with him. A big promise that will be kept. So, to recap, Peter said things and made promises that he didn't carry out. But happily, that's not the end of Peter's story. And Jesus was with him too, and amazing things happened in Peter's life after this terrible night. We'll learn about those things in the weeks to come. The promises of Jesus are firm and true, and they never fail.